Hey again, Beardos. Welcome back to Greybeard Disc Golf. Today I'm very excited. I got a bit of a care package from my friends Zach and Wanda over at Atlantic Disc Golf. They sent me a couple of discs to review and something special. So we're going to start off. I'm going to show you, there's a couple things in here that we're not going to talk about today. First one is the Meep Meep tracker. So look for a video of that coming up soon. And also the Jester Disc Crazy Hawk. I love when I get a chance to review discs from smaller manufacturers and brands that maybe aren't quite as well known as a lot of the big ones. The really cool thing in here, though, is this brand new Trash Panda inner core. This one is in the phone case plastic. Now, I encourage you to head over to Trash Panda's YouTube channel and look up the process for making these discs with the phone, the discarded phone cases from a manufacturer. All right, so I've got this. We're going to throw some putts with it here, and then we're going to march back a bit, and we're going to throw some fairway shots with it as well. I have a couple other inner cores here. Obviously, we've got the new one. I have one that I got in the Trash Panda Secret Santa, and that is this black one here with the embossed stamp on it. Right there, the ghost stamp. But I also have one of the originals. Now, this isn't, I don't think this is like first run, but this is very, very early run inner core in their original 100% recycled plastic. So we're going to throw all three of these today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with some putts. Now, we'll talk a little bit about this specific run, the phone case run, but all three of these have pretty much exactly the same hand feel. So we're just going to practice our putting with it and see how these behave as putters. And it's really good. They feel quite nice. I like to putt with more shallow putters, like my Pure, and actually I'm switching to the Peak. If you haven't already watched the video on the Peak, head back to my channel and then you can watch that. This is a much deeper putter, but there's lots of space out front for my finger to rest. And of course, with this great flight, it's just nice and flat. Hard to miss from 15 feet. Try to put a little bit of pop on. Let's try to put, well, let's back up to 20 feet. I'm going to need to put a little bit more pop on it. There we go. There's the first miss. Oh, and the second miss. All right, so that was those were bad putts. Those were to the right side, bad aim. The plastic that this phone case is inner core is made out of is very gummy. You can see it's super flexible, but it's got a bit more of a slick feel to it. This one, the black one, is not as rigid as the blue one, but it also has a very different hand feel to it. It's almost got a rubbery hand feel to it, whereas this is quite a bit more slick. And of course, the OG, the original, it's got that plastic. It's fairly firm, and it's got a kind of a nice feel to it. It's a little slick for my liking, so I don't think I can get a good grip on it. But again, the numbers will tell. That's better. Oh, I missed it again. Let's see if we can get three in a row here. This is pretty sad. There we go. That's a much better putt. So when you've got a putter in your hand that feels just right, it is a lot easier to get it where you want it to go. These don't quite feel right in my hand. I'm not saying they're bad putters. They're just, it doesn't feel right for me. All right, let's go back to 25 feet. Really going to need to put a bit of pop on it. That's better. Brutal. So as far as a putting putter goes, I'm not sure this is really my cup of tea. But I think where it really shines is throwing. So let's head back and we'll give a rip on a couple of these. This is rapidly becoming one of my favorite places to throw putters for testing. Hole 13, I've set myself up just over 200 feet from the basket. Now the inner core from a throwing perspective as a thrower is really known as being pretty dead straight. That's been my experience with it. Let's see if this new plastic holds up. Put a little bit of anhyzer on it, but it held the line. All right, let's try the black one. Harder to see, but got a little bit more height on it, a little bit more distance. That's up pin high. Very nice. Holds that line perfectly. It knows exactly what line it started on, and it says, nah, I think I'm going to hold on. I'm just going to keep it all the way. Oh. Okay, well, I mean, aside from slipping on, I don't know what the hell that is. I think that's bear poop. All right, let's go down, pick those up, and find another spot to throw from. Crap. Literally crap. We've repositioned ourselves a little bit here, a little bit of a safer spot. I want to try to put these on a bit of a hyzer and see if I cannot get them to hyzer flip up. The numbers on the inner core are 2.4, negative 0.50, so there should be a little bit of understability. Let's see if I power up on it, if I can get them to hyzer flip up. Very nice, yeah. Definitely had quite a bit of flip up there. I put a lot of hyzer on that, so I think maybe it flipped up as much as it could. But it definitely wanted to get up to flat. Let's try that with the black one. Very nice. Oh, just behind the basket. Wow. Great flight. Just a perfect little drift. I mean, it held that hyzer line, but it definitely pushed forward quite a bit. That's that little bit of understability there. All right, last but not least. Oh no. Oh my God, it went through the gap. And around that other tree. Oh my goodness, okay. All right, that was a terrible throw, but it just seems to want to get to where I want to put it. Either I'm falling on my head or throwing it up in the air. All right, let's go down and pick them up. Well, all three of those worked out pretty good. Our phone case one, pretty much parked. The blue one would have skipped this way. Oh, there it is. Don't putt with the phone in your hand. And then the black one's right here as well. All three of these worked out really great. All right. I would like to try one more throw with these. I want to see how well they handle a little bit of an anhyzer release. I got a pretty good idea what's going to happen, but let's just see exactly how it works out. Very nice. Holds it really well and just panned out to flat. That was perfect. Got through. Very nice. Yeah, exactly what I was expecting. A little bit too much. And that just holds that anhyzer. Didn't try to fight out practically at all. All right, thanks for joining me here today. Let's just wrap this up a little bit. First off, I want to talk a little bit about the inner core as a mold. I think it's a fantastic thrower. I think that you saw that it holds the line you put it on. If you want to throw it dead straight, just throw it dead straight. It'll do exactly that. As a putter, not really my cup of tea. I can see how some people would want to use it. If you're more of a push putter, you know, if you throw up floaty putts, I think that would work out really well for you. But for my way of thinking, I think as a thrower, I could definitely see myself putting this in the same kind of category as what I use the range for. About 200 feet, dead straight. If I need to put a bit of a shape on it, I can. All right. So thanks again for joining me here. Go grab your putters, get out, throw some putts, get better at disc golf. I love to have you guys here. I love to see the channel grow. It's been a really interesting journey for me. So I'll have a few more putters to throw for you. And we'll see you next time here on Greybeard Disc Golf.